Hello again, guys and girls, the GOW4 community. Welcome back to another GOW4 gameplay commentary. Today, we are doing episode 7, I think, of the Road to GOW4 series. And first off, before I get into things, I really have to apologise, guys. There's a lot of irony in this, but I know I haven't been able to get out a commentary recently, and the reason for that is because my brother, my eldest brother, I am the youngest of 3, there's one I live with and there's one who lives with my cousins. My eldest brother came down to visit for the week, and, you know, it's just been really hard to focus on anything. You know, we've been going out doing things, and it's just been, you know, it's been a bit of a crazy week, but that's done now. And the whole ironic thing about it was, a couple of episodes ago, it took me a really long time to get it out, and I said, you know what, I'll get the next 2 episodes out in a really short amount of time. And then I got the first one out in like about less than a week, and then it came time to get the second one out, and I was like, oh crap, I can't do this. But yeah, I really do apologise, guys. The next one, or the next, you know, episodes and things, I'm going to try and keep getting them out really quickly, just so it's a little bit more fair on you guys. I mean, I've got to give you a reason to subscribe, and it feels like I've been slacking lately, so I will try my hardest to keep my YouTube channel going, guys. But this is episode 7, I believe, and today we're talking about weapons that just plain need to go from the franchise. And there are quite a lot of weapons here, but I just want people to remember that the further we get down the list, that means that the less and less I feel that the weapons really need to go. But the first few I'm going to list here really do just need to disappear. But like I say, further we get down the list, the less it needs, and maybe possibly can be balanced out. But yeah, so the gameplay you're watching is just quick pubs, I think. I'm just gonna slap something up behind this. I'm not sure what it's gonna be, but yeah, I don't really have any competitive gameplays lately, so sorry guys, sorry, but that's just how it is. So right, let's get into this, shall we? The first weapon I wanted to discuss is the most obvious weapon that really needs to go from the franchise, and that is the sawed-off shotgun. So the reason for this is basically because in GOW4 it was introduced, and it was nothing but an annoyance. I wouldn't say it's overpowered, I wouldn't say it's underpowered, I'd just say it was a weapon that served to do nothing but annoy people and cause just disruption in the game, and it was like a gateway for noobs, but it was like it didn't gateway you into anything except for being able to get cheap and easy kills, because it didn't teach you how to use the Gnasher. The Gnasher was a lot more skillful than that. It took a lot more time to actually learn, and you cannot learn it by using a sword off. But yeah, I mean, that happened, and then I called it well before Judgment came out. I said that there's no possible way that they can balance this weapon without it becoming one of 3 things. Either it becomes ridiculously overpowered, ridiculously underpowered, or some kind of copy of the Gnasher. And in Judgment, it kind of ticks 2 of those boxes, because it became ridiculously underpowered, and it was basically a copy of the Gnasher anyway, because it had the exact same shot as the Gnasher, except for it shot faster, and it reloaded after 2 shots. It was just ridiculous, and I just called it. I know. I knew that that was going to happen, and that's just how it is going to be with a weapon like that. It's oversimplified, and there's too little amount of factors that you can change about this weapon without it becoming something completely different entirely. So it just needs to go. So the Markser, it's just self-explanatory. It's a sniper rifle starting weapon. You cannot make it a power weapon because we've got too many snipers already. And it just doesn't belong, because a sniper rifle starting weapon encourages camping. There's no 2 ways about it. It completely encourages camping. It encourages people to sit at the back of the map and do nothing but just wait for people to run out into the open. So that's fairly self-explanatory. The Hammerburst 2.0. So I'm being very specific here. The Hammerburst, which you could spam with your trigger, or if you had a modder controller, you could very easily down people. It's just been overpowered in every iteration. I don't think it can be balanced properly, and a weapon that encourages such long-range use, like the Markser from the get-go, I don't think it belongs. So I think that they should find a way of bringing back the original Hammerburst and balancing that out, because even in Judgment that was a bit of a gimmick. So yeah, the Bushka. This is a fairly complicated weapon to discuss why I think it should go, but basically I think it's a gimmicky version of the boom shot. It's a weapon that is just incredibly inconsistent, and it just doesn't seem to have a place in the game. It's very, very difficult to actually or to use it in a specific situation. Okay, you want to grab it, you pick it up, someone moves here, you want to try and bounce it off behind them, you shoot it and it goes one way, and then you shoot it again and it goes another way, and it's just incredibly difficult to use properly, because every tiny fraction of a surface can make it go in a completely different direction, and it just ends up becoming a gimmick. And I don't know, it was a bit overpowered when it was first released, because of the fact that you could spam 6 shots, or you could spam 3 shots, and then you could reload, and then you could spam another 3 shots. I mean, I don't know, I just don't think the Bushka has any place in the franchise. So yeah, it's really hard to describe. The Retro. So, starting to get into the area where I think that maybe could be balanced out. I do think the Retro can be partially balanced out, but I think that overall maybe the Retro just needs to disappear from the franchise. I think it was a bit of a mistake. The Retro in Gears of War 3 was ridiculously overpowered. The Retro in Judgment, I don't know, I never really used it. I never really saw many people using it. Maybe it was a bit underpowered. But if you might be able to balance it out right, but it just seems like a bit of a silly weapon, really. Yeah, and my final one is the Breach Shot. Now, a lot of people are going to have a go at me for this, but I just don't think that it belongs in the game, or in a proper Gears of War game. It belonged in Judgment. I'll say that much. It did belong in Judgment. It felt good in Judgment. It was fun to use, but in an actual Gears of War game, I just don't think it has any place, and that's the only reason I think it should go. Besides that it also takes a lot away from the long shot, and I think the long shot with a little bit more balancing can be made to be a lot more versatile and completely negate the need for a breach shot. So yeah, I mean, those are the 5 weapons that I think, or 6 weapons, sorry, the 6 weapons that I think should go. I mean, I think that's about it for me covering weapons in this series. So basically, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This has been my episode on weapons that need to go. If you agree, leave me a comment in the comment section. If you don't agree, leave me a comment in the comment section. This is a discussion series. Just leave me a comment in the comment section telling me what you think, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys if you have any important things that you need to be said, or that need to be said. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and goodbye.